Once a giant, always a giant. For me, it's only a giant.
What's going on YouTube? The Giants got their first win of the season. I I don't know. I have kind of mixed feelings about this win. I'm pumped up because we got our first win. And that's what we watch it for. That's what we watch it for. But the way that we made this game more difficult, and I'm looking at this screen and I'm disgusted. Why are the Eagles winning? Why did the Eagles have so why is Saquon Barkley on my screen? Thank you. Thank you. They got him off. But the Giants came in and they handled business the first half of this game, and they kind of got to coast. And that's kind of what makes me sick is that they coasted this whole second half. But just pulling up some stats, I don't have the first half stats in front of me, but at one point, Daniel Jones had only thrown 2 incompletions and he had 2 touchdowns. I mean, completely started this game off balling. He ended up 24 for 34, 236, and 2 touchdowns. Neighbors, 12 targets, 8 catches, 78 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Wandale, 8 targets, 7 catches, 61 yards. Singletary had a nice game receiving, 43 yards receiving, 65 yards rushing for Singletary, and the bulk of it was on that last run that iced the game pretty much for the Giants. So had a 43-yard carry to ice this game. But overall, I mean, I guess the Giants got over 100 yards today rushing, but it was not easy. The defense, let's roll off this defense. And I got this NFL Plus music playing in my ear. It's getting annoying. But let's roll off what we saw from the defense today. Let's start off with the sacks. Bobby Okereke, half a sack. Jason Pinnock, 1 sack. Micah McFadden, half a sack. Raheem Nunez-Roches, half a sack. Dexter Lawrence, 2 sacks. Kayvon Thibodeau, half a sack. Elijah Chapman, sack. Brian Burns got a sack. Azeez Ojulari got a sack. And also Brian Burns had 2 pass deflections and a forced fumble. Let's take a look at it. We had 8 sacks as a team. We forced 2 turnovers. We had, let's see, we only gave up 16 first downs, 69 rushing yards, and only 217 total yards. Time of possession, we won by 7 minutes, 33 minutes to their 26. Let's see what else we got here. Deshaun Watson today had an 89 quarterback rate and pretty much a flawless second half, if you ask me. 196 yards passing, though, 2 touchdowns, all in the second half. But the Giants defense for the majority of this game showed up. They gave up that 1 touchdown drive and they gave up a 2-point conversion. But pretty much when you take a look at this, the Giants defense played lights out football. I mean, they really gave up 8 points, if you ask me. That first play of the game, Eric Gray fumbles. Deontay Banks gives up a 30-yard touchdown to Amari Cooper. And it was just off to the races at that point. We were thinking, okay, same old Giants. They're going to blow us out. It's going to be horrible. Going to be another awful game as a Giants fan. But no, they immediately turned it around after that touchdown drive. After that touchdown play. And they did not really give anything up. I think they had like 50 yards or something in the first half. Something like really ridiculous. And then the second half, the defense, they started to kind of fold a little bit. The offense kept going 3 and out. And Deontay Banks, one-on-one against Amari Cooper, he had his hands full. And I think I'll probably make a film session on that because Deontay Banks could not handle Amari Cooper, especially on that slant at the goal line. He had inside leverage, and he still allowed Amari Cooper to get inside on that slant route. On the sideline, Amari Cooper came down. First off, Amari Cooper is one of the most underrated wide receivers in the NFL. The fact that this guy, how many times a day did we see him get 2 feet down when it made no sense that he should have had 2 feet down? But that's really what got them back into this game is Amari Cooper just playing out of his mind. But the defense as a whole, really great job defense. Shane Bowen, he was somebody that was really not well liked here. And he probably still isn't well liked because of what happened in the second half, which, you got to be a little bit more aggressive. He went away from the blitzing. And when he went back to the blitz, and guess what? The Browns stopped scoring. They stopped having big plays. But he went away from that. But in that first half, he played really great defense, called a really great defensive plan. And then Brian Dable on the other side, same thing in the first half. Now, Brian Dable went kind of conservative in that second half. Not only did Brian Dable go conservative, but Daniel Jones also started missing people. Missed Malik Nabers on a deep play. Missed Hyatt earlier on in a big play, but in the second half, missed Malik Nabers on that, what I think would have been a touchdown throw. Singletary fumbles. Then you got Daniel Jones missing Slayton on a throw where if he puts the ball where it's supposed to be, Slayton is going to catch that and run for a first down. So we just had some execution issues and some coaching issues, what I think, in that second half. But let's go to the first half. Let's live in the fun part of things. Malik Nabers, this dude, Malik Nabers, is going to be a problem in the NFL. Malik Nabers went out there in this first half and lit everything on fire. He went out there and he could not be covered. He could not be covered. The first touchdown, gets both feet down on the second touchdown to the outside. The first touchdown was when he got 2 feet down. The second touchdown was pretty much wide open across the middle of the field, and they had to throw Denzel Ward on him. I have no idea why Denzel Ward wasn't on this dude following him the whole game, but he started. After that first half, they said, listen, we got to throw our all-pro corner. I think he's an all-pro over on Malik Nabers, because if not, he's going to have another 10-catch, 127-yard game. And he still managed to put up 2 touchdowns in that first half before they sent Denzel Ward over there. And he had like 2-3 catches after Denzel got on him. But Malik Nabers is going to be a star. We all know this. He's going to have to look at the tape to see how he can play better against these all-pro, all-world level corners. But, not a bad day at the office. 70-something yards, 2 touchdowns. Not anything bad to write home about. Looking at what else have we not covered? We got a mess at kicker still. Missed what should have been the game-winning field goal. Barely made a couple of these extra points. On the punts, Jamie Gillen was punting, just beautiful punts. We just couldn't get down there in time. So we had some missed tackles there on some really nice Jamie Gillen punts. So we got to clean that up. And taking a look at this game as a whole, if I had to summarize it, I would say that Daniel Jones looked like a guy that if he played like how he did that first half, the entirety of this game and the entirety of this season, then we don't have a problem at quarterback. We can just continue with that. But he still has some more of those issues. The accuracy issues came back in the second half once the Browns adjusted and said we're not going to send those blitzes and allow him to make these good decisions. He was making great decisions and throwing accurate passes in these checkdowns against the blitz. But once they came out of that blitz and they started playing that zone coverage and playing off of people, we saw some of the same issues we saw week 1, which is Daniel Jones struggling to read things, Daniel Jones getting a little skittish with his feet, and Daniel Jones being inaccurate. So he's got to fix this issue against zone coverage, or teams are just going to zone it up against us, and he's going to have issues completing passes because, again, he was at like 170-something yards first half, and then 236 to finish the game. So what is that, 60 second half yards compared to what he did in that first half is unacceptable. So he's going to have to get better against his zone defense. But if he can play like that quarterback that he played, like in the first half, we don't have an issue at quarterback. Singletary, I'm not worried about. He ended up doing what good running backs are supposed to do, which is you get bottled up the whole game. At the end of the game, start breaking off those long runs. That's what he did. I think I pretty much covered everything. We got another little sneak peek of Theo Johnson. Should have had a touchdown today. Had a nice screenplay today. So we'll see. We'll keep trying to work him into the offense. And good win. First win of the season. First win of the season. Always feels great. I am not going to come out here. You're never going to see me come out here saying that the Giants need to lose football games in week 3. Do we probably need to replace Daniel Jones down the road? Probably. You're still not going to see me come out and say I want the Giants to lose and throw a fit when the Giants win a football game. Good win. Happy we won. We're second place in the division, most likely, unless Washington goes out and wins. But we're second place in the division. Dallas lost. The Eagles won, which makes me sick. But good start to the third game of the season. Nice win.